MGK. He did an interesting interview last month concerning him being contacted by Ryan Coogler for a role in Sinners, and he said he declined it because he didn't want to say the N-word. Kudos to him, okay? He turned down that check, even though he was going to smoke it up anyway, okay? But neither here nor there. He said he couldn't do it because he had a black daughter. Okay, and his baby mother is black, and from the looks of this child, she real chocolate. She ain't light skinned. Okay, this is a fairly like edited picture, but when you see the daughter here in just a second, I made some exceptions because I just don't understand, like, you know, now that he's been out with his daughter before, so it's not a secret that he has a black daughter, and then he has another child with Megan Fox, okay, and that he just had. Congratulations to them both. But I just don't understand, like, why, especially like Black Twitter would be dragging him over buying his daughter, as y'all would say, not y'all, but Twitter would say, a cheap car.
Yeah, what do you mean? Wait, that's for me? Oh my God! You finally got
You were posing for a picture thinking I was going to
Oh my!
That's right, girl.
Oh my God!
Which was a very nice moment. You know, I'm not a big fan of MGK at all, but I think having this moment showing father and daughter was amazing. But I just didn't understand, like, the nasty comments. Oh, why would she all get hyped up over a cheap car? That car ain't even new. I was actually glad that the car, I was actually quite, like, impressed that the car wasn't new. Like, because she don't need a new car. She's 16. Like, I feel like that's the difference between us and them is that, you know, yeah, you may have some that are just kind of over the top and they buy their sons Porsches and all this stuff. And I saw the worst wreck with a kid in a Porsche, him playing around. And I wish I could unsee that to this day. And he didn't even want to call his parents to the scene after a child had to be airlifted, you know, to the hospital, and her parents as well in different hospitals in Atlanta because he was swerving in the Porsche and stuff like that. But, like, for her to have a nice, regular black Acura, that's all she needs. She's 16. She don't need no G-Wagon. She don't need none of that. So I was very shocked that people, there was probably some people sitting on X with no car talking shit. I told you the winos and Jasmine, I told him the story the other day of me having to take pictures outside the beauty supply store, and I was in your car. Let me tell you, Jasmine make good money, right? Jasmine, she act like these. You will never know she make money. Jasmine car, boy. I tell you what, like, and I drove it, and I was just like, yeah, this I literally buzzed. I said, this Jasmine car. Can you get a picture? Absolutely, but this Jasmine car. She loved that car. She said she ain't letting that car go. That car is monumental. That was the first car she bought cash, and she keeping it. I said, Jasmine, won't you upgrade your car? She won't, but guess what? She ain't got no car payment. Okay, her insurance is low. It is. They come fix everything, and guess what? Ain't nobody trying to somebody did try to steal it. You remember that time, Jasmine, that you thought, no, let me tell you. Jasmine thought somebody stole her car. True story. Look, even my team down here laughing. Jasmine thought somebody stole her car, okay? She calls me, Tasha, somebody stole my car. I was like, why would somebody steal your car? But I was like, okay, I said, Jasmine, did you check the parking garage? 'Cause you know when you live in them buildings downtown Fort Lauderdale, you can easily forget where you park your car. And Jasmine had a couple nights when she was throwed, okay? So Chelsea at the time, she calls Chelsea because I couldn't come. She was like, come help me look for my car. Now, she lived across the street from the hood, even though the building wasn't the hood, okay? It wasn't. So she calls the police. They make a police report saying the car's stolen. They riding around the hood trying to track it down. I was like, now the car ain't got no track on it, right? Because it's her first car. I'm just like, why would somebody want to steal your car? And I said, Jasmine, check the office building. It's not in the office building. I said, Jasmine, check the office building. After her and Chelsea, and I called them Dumb and Dumber, rode around downtown Fort Lauderdale, seeing if they could spot her car being stolen, homegirl found the car at the building. At the office building. The same office building they be leaking on social media. I said, Jasmine, ain't nobody taking that car, baby. But somebody did recently try to hotwire it and take it. That was funny. Because I'm looking, I'm like, Jasmine, why somebody got snacks and little Debbie cakes in your car? You ain't drove this car? You know, because we live on the outskirts of Fort Lauderdale now, so, like, she ain't brought her car. And I'm just like, well, why look like somebody done hotwired your car? Why is the bumper hanging? I thought it was Tonto at first. I said, Tonto done took the girl car, now I got to pay her. Oh, my God. Bottom line, this child is a child. She got a child's car. I really still think an Acura was too much. But an Acura ain't nothing but like a luxury version of a Honda, okay? And guess what? It's black. It's cheap, especially being in New York City. And you can tell where she stay. She don't need nothing more than that because it's going to make her a target. Her daddy ain't got no type of security around that little girl. You can tell where he gave her the car at. I thought it was a housing project. I did. So I was just like, let them be them and stop dragging. This is a father-daughter moment, and it is the thought that counts and the fact that she not walking, she riding. Moving on. What they talking about?